Dr. Nick tried to touch Mr. Prada inappropriately, and that is what has led to the murder.
So the therapist tried to touch his own client, Mr. Prada, and he blinked him down.
Maybe they're talking, maybe they're smashing, but allegedly something happens that makes Mr. Prada snap again and again, as hard as he can, until Dr. Nick stops moving because
My nigga Nick, why you ain't on the shop on you?
And as if that isn't messed up in
YouTube! What's up with y'all? Yo, jaythou back with another video. Today we got another crazy reaction. Yes, I know y'all know who this is. Mr. Prada. Yes, the TikTok star who headshotted his own therapist. Now look, I don't know why the nigga did it. I just heard that he pleaded not guilty to it. So we're gonna watch this video, see if he really did what he did or if he didn't do it. Come on, let's get it.
So this TikToker may be going to prison for murder. Now he calls himself Mr. Prada, and Mr. Prada is 20 years old and he makes a lot of content on TikTok. He's really popular with over 4 million followers. Damn. But one day, Mr. Prada gets on camera and he does something a little strange. He shaves his head. And I guess he shaves his eyebrows too. And then he posts this video.
Yo, oh my god, look like I got cancer. What the
And his followers are looking at this like, what is...
What on? I see that. Hey, let's get back into the video, bro. We ain't gonna...
What's this guy doing? And the next day, Mr. Prada posts a carousel of photos with his shaved head, and his audience is like, yo, is this guy okay? And they start thinking, maybe he's going through something, like maybe he's having some mental health issues. And then he gets on camera and he starts talking about changing his name.
My name is not Prada no more. Stop calling me that. That's not my name. That's not my name.
And he starts talking about rebranding himself.
I'm rebranding myself to my new identity. My new identity is Emo Psycho Twink.
Emo Psycho Twink.
Oh yeah, bro, definitely going through something. Like, with that nut ass name, bro, and your shaving head, bro, you going through something, gang. I don't know what it was, but nigga, call out for help, bro. Oh wait, he killed the nigga that was trying to help him. Damn.
We're just gonna go ahead and keep calling him Mr. Prada. So anyway, Mr. Prada keeps making these posts every day, and every day he's acting more and more strange. Here's the thing though, he's been pretty open about being diagnosed as bipolar.
Y'all never seen anybody that's bipolar before? See, I was trying to hide it, but it just slipped out.
But it seems like now he's definitely letting people see him without a filter,
Not that
and his
type of
fans
bipolar.
are starting to worry. But then, at some point around this time, the worst thing happens to him. He goes through a really bad breakup, and he seems pretty devastated.
Oh, that's what it was.
I wanna be with you.
Bruh.
But we'll get back to him, because real quick, I want to introduce this guy. He calls himself Dr. Nick. And Dr. Nick is 69 years old, and he used to be a Catholic priest, but now he's a therapist. He works a lot with LGBTQ youths, and apparently people love him.
I'm Dr. Nick Abraham, and here's my new book, I'm Limping Very Well, Thank You.
And one day, somehow, I don't know how, Dr. Nick and Mr. Prada meet. And no one knows what their relationship is. Maybe they're friends, maybe he's counseling him, maybe something else romantic is going on, as they're both openly gay. We don't actually have that.
Oh, hell no, nigga. 69-year-old? You tripping, eh? It's a couple scenarios we could take from this, right? Either the nigga broke up with his boyfriend and he was so depressed and stuff, he just started going crazy. Or the nigga was having a relationship with his therapist who old as shit, and then they probably got into something. Now he murked the nigga. God damn.
Information right now. But at one point, Dr. Nick goes over to Mr. Prada's apartment to meet up with him for something. And no one knows exactly what happens when they meet. Maybe they're talking, maybe they're smashing, but allegedly something happens that makes Mr. Prada snap. And suddenly, pow, he hits Dr. Nick over the head with some blunt object. And pow, he keeps hitting him over and over, again and again, as hard as he can, until Dr. Nick stops moving because
my nigga Nick, why you ain't on the shop on you?
And as if that isn't messed up enough, around that same time, Mr. Prada posts this video on TikTok of himself dancing. And right now, no one is sure if he posted it before or after Dr. Nick's murder. But anyway, then Mr. Prada rolls Dr. Nick up in a tarp and he drags the body out of his apartment building and he loads him into not his own car, but into Dr.
shit,
Nick.
I'm thinking, yo, these sound effects is loud, gang. Yo, I was ready, man. I'm thinking somehow outside.
Nick's car. And he steals the car and he drives along the highway and he dumps the body on the side of the road near a ditch, allegedly. Then he drives back home to his apartment to clean up the mess he made. The next day,
So you
someone
took the
is
nigga you
driving
just
by,
worked car?
and they spot the tarp on the side of the road.
Why you gonna take the nigga you just killed car? You gonna take his car? You don't even have a separate car to be. Hey, Mr. Prada, but say goodbye to you.
And they're like, hey, that looks suspicious. So they call police. So police
wanted to
come
be
out
arrested.
and they investigate. And they find Dr. Nick's body in the tarp. And when they see the state his body is in, they know this was a murder. And they know this is Dr. Nick. So they start looking for Dr. Nick's car, because his car is missing. The next day, they spot it in some surveillance footage, and it's parked in a local shopping center. And they're able to get some footage of the person driving the car,
Mr.
aka
Prada.
Mr. Prada. But at this point, police don't know who Mr. Prada is. To them, he's just some random guy. So they release some screenshots of this footage to the public on social media. Like, hey, does anyone know who this guy is? And almost immediately,
my
people
nigga, you
respond like,
Yeah, everybody, once TikTok niggas see your face, bro, they know who that little ass head, bro. You can't get away, bro. We know who you is as soon as we see that surveillance footage, bro. You gotta, you know what I mean? Once you see Mr. Prada, the way his face is, bro, you just
yeah,
know.
that's Mr. Prada. The day after that, police spot Dr. Nick's car again. This time, it's out driving around. And so, bam, they try and pull it over. Now, Mr. Prada is, of course, in this car driving, and he sees the red and blue lights in his rear view, and he's like, oh, and I guess he doesn't want to go to prison, so instead of stopping, he suddenly throws it in reverse, and pow, he hits the police car. Although I'm not sure he hit the car very hard. But then, skirt, he speeds away, and kaboom, he crashes the car. And then he jumps out, and he ditches the car, and he runs away. And someone actually got a little footage of him running away. You can see it here. And here's a picture of Dr. Nick's car, and you can see it. It's all banged up. Now, Mr. Prada gets away, but police, they've now identified him. So they know who he is. So they go and get a warrant, and they search his apartment. And I guess he did a horrible job cleaning up after himself because they find a ton of blood and some possible murder weapons.
The whole time he
The
did a bad
DNA
job.
there is a match for Dr. Nick's DNA. Then they check local security footage from a few days before, and they see Dr. Nick walking up to Mr. Prada's apartment door wearing the same clothes he was found in. So now, police know Mr. Prada has some explaining to do. Meanwhile, Mr. Prada is still on the run, and he reportedly gets on a bus and he heads from Louisiana 6 hours away over to Dallas, Texas. But by this point, word has gotten out, and Mr. Prada's face is all over the news.
Good evening. First tonight, Baton Rouge police searching for this man, 20-year-old Terrion Thomas, in connection with the death of William Nicholas Abraham.
And so he only makes it another day before, bam, police finally find him and they arrest him. Here's his mugshot.
Popular TikTok creator has been indicted in the September killing of a Baton Rouge therapist.
So at this point, you might be asking, why did he do it? Why did Mr. Prada, allegedly, suddenly go crazy and unalive Dr. Nick, this therapist who everyone apparently loves so much? Were they really lovers? Did Mr. Prada just suddenly go crazy? It's also interesting to note that 5 months before this, before he suddenly went off and shaved his head, he posted this TikTok.
I'm gonna get back to you later, my baby. I know you keep walking past. You want my attention. I'm doing some videos. I can't stop right now. I know it. I got you later. You feel me? Calm down, bitch. I know. I see it, bro.
Practicing for my mugshot, because this might be the year someone gonna meet God if they piss me off too much. So, is this just a coincidence? Did he know he was gonna snap on someone? Did he know that someone would be Dr. Nick? There's just so many questions that are unanswered about this whole thing. Well, this looks like a job for the internet, because the internet starts digging into this story, and some people find that all the way back in 2015, Dr. Nick was accused of inappropriately touching a young boy, one of his patients, and it made the news, and he was actually arrested for it. Here's his mugshot. Now, the charges against him were dropped due to lack of evidence, so nothing ever came of it, But the internet is speculating that perhaps Dr. Nick tried to touch Mr. Prada inappropriately, and that is what has led to murder. I'm not saying that's true at all. I'm saying that's one of the leading theories people on.
So the therapist tried to touch his own client, Mr. Prada, and he blinked him down. Who is this nigga? Damn, that shit took a turn for events. I didn't even know that was part of the story. I only heard that Mr. Prada, you know what I mean, killed him. I never heard that bro was accused of touching niggas back in the day. Shit.
Online have come up with. Regardless, that's all.
And he was a priest or a pastor, whatever he was. You know them. You know how they be getting, bro. You know how them pastor. You always hear them stories about them pastor niggas touching niggas, bro. I know y'all heard them, bro. This nigga, that's why he had to switch his profession.
All speculation, and all of this is alleged, as Mr. Prada hasn't actually been to trial yet, and we won't know what really happened until that trial happens. And thank you to
Hey, bro. Mr. Prada, bro. Hey, I'm gonna keep it a beam, bro. As far as you claiming not guilty, my nigga, it's way too much evidence that you left on the table to be saying you're not guilty. Now, look, if you are not guilty, great. You know what I mean? Great if you're not guilty. I'm not saying you are guilty, but I'm just saying it's a lot of motherfucking evidence, gang. It's a lot of evidence, bro. Because you driving the nigga car, you stole the nigga car, his blood in your crib, he was his client, bro. And then, hey, the nigga, if he did do that little touching the client shit, bro, hey, my nigga, maybe it was deserved, my nigga. Because if you touch me, I might have to. I might have to. You too, bro. If you try to touch me, my nigga. So. Maybe it was deserved, bro. So we can't. It's a lot of speculation, bro. It's too much going on. Let me know what y'all think. What y'all think really happened, bro? Was y'all think bro was trying to touch Mr. Prada, so he killed him like that? Or y'all think Mr. Prada was just going crazy and just out of his mind and just decided to go take a nigga life one day? You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of shit, bro. But if y'all enjoyed this video, go ahead and drop a like. Leave a comment down below. Hit the subscribe button, turn on post notifications, and we gonna catch y'all in the next one, man.
All these odds false claiming. I once say they shot me. Nigga had my mama crying cause I was sleeping. They said they rocked me. Fuck a go.